So this is a fun one. This is probably the most common question I get nowadays in regards to what does my AI tech stack look like. This Reddit thread basically nails it. So um, in regards to what people use for image generation, AI chatbots, voice and video tools, and overall like workflow or automation tools. There's a lot to digest here, but here's what my current stack looks like. So yeah, there's a lot to unpack, but essentially I always start with a handful of tools. One is Gamma. I use this every single day. So whether I'm creating a new lead magnet, a proposal for a client, new landing page for my website, or even a social post or the template for the social post, that is my one-stop shop for pretty much anything visual because it is seamless in terms of grabbing copy from Gemini or a different LLM, throwing it into Gamma, and then having Gamma use basically whatever image generator I want to compile it and create this kick-ass presentation. So Gamma and Google AI Studio definitely go hand in hand for a lot of this type of content or a lot of the content that I produce. I also use Gemini for deep research. So if I need a PhD thesis on anything, I'm relying on that. Copywriting strategy, and I think I've talked about this before, but I have about 6 or 7 different custom AI models that all have master prompts in them. So basically like a 40-page debrief on who I am, what my mission is, what GoFirst does, tools we use, problems we solve, how we're growing, where we're located, all of that, right? Every single model I use has that, as well as I always employ maximum COT thinking. Notebook LM, this has become a mainstay because I use this for anything client facing. Anytime I have a conversation with a client that has a transcript that gets tossed into that RAG or the notebook, anytime I'm doing those deep research, right, the PhD thesis on a topic, I'm tossing that into the correct notebook. It's basically not only a huge knowledge hub, but I use it as a PM tool, project management tool too. And then one little hack is I actually think on Reddit, I came across an extension that allows me to grab tons of links from a page and embed those right into Notebook. So I can grab whole YouTube playlists simultaneously and throw those back into Notebook. That's been an absolute game changer with like just the ability to scale content. Tela, I use that for video production. So this video is actually being produced on Tela. It's basically like Loom, but it has more capabilities. I use OpenPhone for texting and business calls. Those also go in a Notebook if they're recorded. Todoist for project management has AI capabilities for subtasks and descriptions. Again, great for anything that's client facing where we need to hold each other accountable. Apollo for AI enhanced outreach with not only like ICP or ideal client persona development, but sequence development. So outreach development, basically. N8N for anything that's like workflows, similar to Zapier if you're familiar with that, but just a lot more advanced, especially with like agentic AI in there. And then Supered, I use that for all of our SOPs and onboarding docs. So basically being able to create like walk me through guides that basically allow me to not just show and tell a client or whoever I'm teaching where to go, but essentially where to click, how to type in something, how to create a formula, whatever it is. It's a one-stop shop for an SOP. And then some notables, Replit for MVP. So anytime I'm creating a new app, I'll design it first in Gemini. And then once I am done, or basically I'm happy with the first model, I'll feed that code over to Replit to create a working minimum viable product or MVP. And then lastly is NVIDIA Broadcast. This has just been super helpful for just making the webcam look and feel better with regards to, lighting, virtual backgrounds, sound enhancement, all that stuff. But yeah, so that is pretty much my tech stack in a 5-minute nutshell. And yeah, hope any of this was helpful. I know the world of AI is just changing every single day. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of these change tomorrow. But thanks for watching and hope you have a good day.